I found an interesting piece of trivia that I had never heard of before in relationship to the assassination of JFK. You might find this interesting. Examine this picture in front of you. Who is the person facing us, holding the plate of food? Well, it's none other than John Wayne himself, the Duke. But what about the picture of the young man in the t-shirt behind him? You see him? Well, that is Lee Harvey Oswald. This picture was taken in 1958, and there's a story that goes with it, and let me tell you what I know about it. The photograph was taken by John Marks. John Marks was somewhat of a friend of Lee Oswald in the Marine Corps, and they were together in a stint lasting for a few months between Japan and the Philippines. Their Marine company landed at Subic Point in the Philippines in mid-January in 1958. About a week and a half later, they were in the island of Corregidor, some 40 miles distant. Now, this picture of Wayne and Oswald in the background there was taken sometime between January 1958 and March 7th of 1958, and that was when Oswald's Marine Company departed on the LST Wexford County for the return trip back to Japan. Somewhere in this period of time, John Wayne was on a break from the filming of The Barbarian and the Geisha. This film was a John Huston-directed film, and it was filmed in various places in Japan. Well, Wayne landed there in Corregidor in a helicopter. He had lunch with some of the Marine officers that were there, and these officers were based in a bombed-out ruin of a hospital. He visited with them, had lunch, and flew out. In a photo taken here by Oswald's friend, John Marks, we can see Oswald attending to KP mess hall duties, and quite likely he was a part of the meal plan for John Wayne. He might have even helped prepare his meal. It was roast beef and salsa, by the way. John Wayne was known for visiting the troops overseas. He did this throughout his whole acting career, in World War II, in Korea, in Vietnam, and it wouldn't be out of place for him to visit some of the officers and the enlisted men in the Philippines and in the area of Japan, where a very strong military presence was there. Now, a year after this event, Oswald was discharged from the Marine Corps. He made his way, as we know, to the Soviet Union, where he defected. And in October, he married a Russian woman named Marina. For about 2.5 years, they lived in the Soviet Union. They had a daughter, and in June of 1962, he returned to the United States with his wife and eventually settled in Dallas, Texas, where their second daughter was born. John Wayne and Lee Harvey Oswald, imagine that, in two different individuals, two famous men, one infamous, one famous, all in the same area on the island of Corregidor. What are the chances? It's like two ships that pass in the night.